Hello and welcome to the first Stamp Around the UK YouTube hop. I'm so pleased to be able to welcome you to this new venture that some demonstrators in the UK have started. So what we are doing is choosing a theme for each month and then linking all the participants in this YouTube hop in the description below. So please do go and check them out after you've watched this video. I've decided to kind of try and keep it simple and make 4 cards using minimal supplies. I've got the four of the note card envelopes, which are you can purchase in a pack of 20. Very good value for money. A scrap piece of white Whisper white cardstock, and I've just cut up a sheet of the in colour papers that you can purchase. I'm not sure if these are still available, but they are this specific colours, but there are some more of the 6x6 available. So I just wanted to show you how just using one piece of 6x6 you can actually get 4 cards from. So it doesn't matter what paper you decide to use. So I cut it 2 inches down this way, then I cut it 2 inches, 2 inches and 2 inches, and then ended up, so if I just show you the configuration, and I'll show it on a contrasting colour. So this is the way you do it. So da-da, and then that one there. So you end up with 5 pieces, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to use them just yet, but I'm sure it will work out. I've also chosen Label Me Bold. Now this stamp set is only available until the 2nd of June, and I think it's a real shame it's going because it's so fabulous for masculine cards. The sentiments are really lovely and plain, and then we've got these great kind of textures for backgrounds. And then I'm going to use Perfectly Framed, which is reduced currently, and I'm going to be focusing on the leaves from this set, possibly the stars and the dots, but focusing really on the leaves. Right, so I don't need my trimmer anymore. Let's move that away. So I want to try and make these 4 cards all in one go. So I'm just going to lay out my note cards here in a position so that I can work on all 4 in one sitting. And I've got my spare cardstock there, and I'm just going to have a quick little play with the kind of configuration. Oh, actually I might turn a couple around that way, so I might use that one there, then have a play with using the other texture. Then I've got this one here, and then I thought maybe play with laying out, having a slightly different layout, maybe using the 2 there. So I just need to trim that down a little bit further. Okay, so I want to make the sentiments the kind of focal point of these cards. So I'm going to grab some Memento black, tuxedo black ink, in fact, and get stamping. So I've got Happy Birthday here, which generally are the kind of main masculine cards I do send. I'm trying to think if I would use any more. Maybe the For You. But actually, to keep it simple, I think I might just go with the Happy Birthday for this one. And I actually really like this pattern and think it's just lovely on its own, really. So I think I might just stamp Happy Birthday there, just off to the side. Slightly wobbly. I think I might just cover that up with that. I didn't even follow my own. My own tip is actually to just place the sentiment on so that it lines up with the block above. So I'm just going to do that and then wipe my fingers and start again. Okay, come on Ruth, you've got this, you can do this. Stamp in a straight line, woman. Right, let's do that again. There we go. There we go, that's better. We'll pretend that never happened. Okay, and then this one I'm thinking I'm actually going to stamp onto the paper itself. There we go there. That's it. Oh, now I'm getting there. Cooking on gas, as they say. Alright, that's it. And then this one, I don't know, 2 minds about using that other piece. I wonder whether just to keep it nice and simple and just have that lovely square in the middle. Like that. Okay, right, I'm going to get my stamping mat now because this is the fun bit. We're going to do some textures and things like that in the background. So, and again, you know, we could probably keep it super simple and just use the black all the way through and do some stamping off. So I'm going to bring my piece of paper that I'm trying to build up with all my stampings off. Stamp ones. Bring this one on here. I'm just going to sort of stamp a wee bit there, maybe a bit there like that. Stamp off. Just do a bit there and a bit there. I know it's probably hard for you to see where the seam is, but it's, look, it's there. There we go. And I think I'll get a couple of leaves out. Oh, forgot to stamp. Got to push down hard enough there. So what I'm trying to do is create a design where the eye is drawn down, and I've managed to smudge the paper. So we'll hide that with something. We hide that with some more foliage. I'm thinking just a few little dots to finish that off, and this card will be done. Don't want too many, don't want it to look too girly. But I think that would just look fantastic. Now, one last thing I'm going to just attempt to do is to run the paper just through the black ink to create a bit of a border. And actually what I'm going to do is then set it aside to dry completely before I even attempt to try and stick that down, because knowing me, I'm going to get ink off there onto my fingers. So I'm just going to set that aside separately so that it will dry completely before sticking it down. Right, let's move on to the next one. So I've got this one here. I'm just going to wipe my hands to make sure I don't have any black ink. See, my problem is when trying to do clean and simple is that I inevitably get a splodge somewhere. And when you're doing kind of detailed cards, you can easily cover a splodge with something because, you know, you can just add another butterfly or another leaf or whatever. So that's my problem, really. Okay, so for this one, oh, I know what. Let's do some stamping on the edge of this as if there are leaves coming into the paper this time. So we're going to have lots of detail going on from this angle. Okay, let's grab the other one. I'm just turning it around as I go. Done. Super simple, nothing too complicated. That came together in seconds, didn't it? That nice focal point there, lots of detail on it because the background, the paper actually has a little kind of like script design on there. Right, great, 2 down already. So let's have a look at this one. Now it'd be interesting to do, maybe do this one slightly off centre. So we'll go off here like that, and I haven't used this one here, so I'm wondering how that would look as a detail up the side. So I only need to ink part of it. So I'm going to stamp there. Okay, that's nice and dramatic. Oh, and then what about popping some little leaves? But I'm going to stamp off the leaves onto here so that they're faded in the background. Just do a couple more down here. I do like making cards sometimes where the detail's really subtle and you kind of have to really look at it to figure out what you're seeing. And I don't think I need much more to that. I was going to put a few dots, but I know what, let's stamp off and do a few little dots. Because I don't want to distract too much from that lovely bold black lines that we've got there. I think that's done. Now what I'd like to do actually is go around the edge of this with my black ink pad, and I'm going to set it aside and we'll glue it in a second. This is such a simple way to create a border around your matting layer. Stamp that there, pop that over there. Right, last one. So this is the one that we made a little bit of a boo-boo on. So we're going to remember to stick that there like that. And let's have a look. What have I not used so much? Oh, I know what. Let's do a design coming up from the bottom this time. So I'm going to stamp off this one. Sorry about the background noise, the children just come back in from the garden. It's been sunny and rainy and sunny and rainy today. At lunchtime I thought, yay, it's nice and sunny, and I dried off the table and said, right kids, we're going to eat outside, and then they all started trooping back in and they were like, it started to rain. So I was like, oh, oops. So, never mind. So they've just been outside again, and it's nice and bright, but I think they've had enough. They're coming back in now. Okay, so the look I want is as if we've got plants growing up out of this design. Okay, I might add some more of these. And then maybe a little bit of dottage around and about. There we go. I'm happy with that. Right, so then that can be stuck onto there. And again, very simple, easy done. Apart from the splodges I've managed to get on it. But we can always go in there with a sand eraser and try and get out those little splodges. Let's see if this will work. Clean my hands once again, rub them on my trousers. Right, so we've got that one, that one, that one, and that one. So let me know in the comments below which one you preferred. Which one did I start off with? It was that one, wasn't it? So we've got that one with the square piece in the centre and the leaves coming from round about it. Then this one with the leaves stamped coming in, that's number 2. And then we have this one, number 3, with the detail coming from the side, and this one number 4 with the detail coming up. So I've really enjoyed making these, and I might be turning a page. I might be rediscovering or discovering Clean and Simple. Ah! Anyway, thank you for joining me. Please do not forget, go and have a look at the wonderful videos below. I know some of the demonstrators personally who are doing this blog hop, and their work is spectacular, so please do go and have a look and be inspired to make those masculine cards, which, let's face it, we all struggle with a little bit, you know. So I hope this has helped, and yes, great to see you. See you next month. Bye.